Aussie Mark here, and today I thought we'd have a look at two really excellent options for your EDC lighting needs, or any lighting needs really, but particularly EDC. Both these lights are really easy to carry, lightweight, compact, fit in your pocket, so they're tremendous. And the two lights we're looking at are the Streamlight Stylus Pro, which you can see on the bottom there, and above that is the 4Sevens Preon 2. Both these torches are powered by two AAA batteries, and one of the big advantages of that is that unlike some of the other torches which are more specialised or more difficult to get batteries, you can pick up AAA cells anywhere. Any corner store will have them, so I see that in itself as a big advantage. In this review I'm probably going to spend quite a bit more time talking about the 4Sevens light than the Streamlight. That's not to say that the Streamlight's a lesser light, or it's not a good option. It's just that the Preon's got some more features and things that it does, so it will take me longer to cover that. But we'll go through it, and at the end we may or may not reach some kind of conclusion on which is the better light for you. So we'll just dive straight in, and what we might do initially is as you can see, they're basically similar size, so there's not much to pick between them. If you wanted to talk just strict profile, I'll just zoom that back out a little bit there. The Streamlight does have a slightly more, I guess what you call bulbous end on the light, emitting end of it, compared to the Stylus. It's slightly narrower, and in some respects that may fit easily into some pockets, like shirt sleeve pockets. We've got pen pockets, that type of thing. But there's really, as you can see, there's not much to pick between them. Mounting of the pocket clip, if we can bring that up into focus, you'll see there the Streamlight, the Preon 2, it's actually screwed down underneath the cap, whereas on the Streamlight Pro it's clipped on there. That's nothing to worry about. It's not like some of those El Cheapo pens where you see those sort of clips. That I'm giving that quite a bit of pressure. That's not coming off or going anywhere, so it's a very secure clip system, and there's no issue with that whatsoever. Right, so we'll have a quick look. We'll pull the 4Sevens light aside, and we're going to have a quick look over the Streamlight first up. I'll just show you the packaging it came in first. It comes in a blister pack. The only other thing that comes other than the light is this belt sheath here. The light just, if I can get it to go in there, of course fits down in there, and you've got a little belt loop which would fit most standard size belts. It wouldn't fit military belts or anything like that. I don't use that. I don't know, maybe security personnel or something might have a use for that, but that comes with the lights packed in the back of the blister pack. Rather than try and explain all the specs to you, just on the back, if I can get this to focus, and you guys can pause this if you want to have a read of it, up in the top left there, that's the specs on the light. Okay, so you've got 7.5 hours runtime is what they're saying there. The only thing it doesn't list there is the lumens, which I thought it did, but this light puts out 24 lumens. So I'll just put the pack aside. This light's only got one setting. So the way it operates is there's a rubber cap on the back there, which is textured, and you turn it on, the light comes on, press it again, turn it off. It's as simple as that, and that gives you 24 lumens of light, and as mentioned you can expect probably 7.5 hours battery life out of that. I guess that would depend on what batteries and so forth that you're using. Operation of the light, to change that battery out, it unscrews like so, and there you go, and then your batteries of course are just in there. There is an O-ring, just be careful with that, make sure that's sitting down, a very fragile little O-ring. It's only a small one, so just make sure that's sitting down the bottom, and then when you screw this back on you don't want to tear that up. One trick that was mentioned to me, I carry this particular light in my little EDC compact pocket organiser, is to avoid it coming on in the bag without me knowing about it flattening the batteries. You can see that's on there now. If you just unscrew that back cap, even just a half turn, that stops the light from coming on, and then you're easy to get working again. So that's a good tip, and I can't remember who gave me the tip, but thank you. I'm using that, and that's a great idea. So that's the Streamlight Stylus Pro. Now into the more technical one here. This is the 4Sevens Preon 2. As mentioned, differences, pocket clip mounting. You'll see on the button on the back there, there's a metal cap. Now underneath that is a rubber cap, not unlike the one we've just seen, but it actually has an aluminium cap over the top to give it a little bit further protection from weather and so forth. So it's likely that will probably last a little bit longer if you're exposed to really adverse conditions. I won't undo this one, but basically it splits there, just there, that piece comes off, and your batteries are in there. You can also take that little section off there to remove that little cap there, but you wouldn't do that normally. Okay, with this one, to turn it on, it's just a press, what we're going to call a hard click. It's a full click. And we're also going to talk about soft clicks, which move it between the modes. The best way to think about that is if you've got a digital camera, a still camera, when you half click the button to get it to focus, well, that's like a soft click, and then the full click or hard click is when you take the picture. Now, the way this operates, I'll just show you the box and stats. This is how it presents itself. This is how the light arrives to you. I might just, I'll come back to that in a moment. I've got a second one there that I got just recently as a spare, because I like them that much. But that's the box that arrives in. To save me going through specs and things, and again, if you want to pause this, this is the operation of the light. And what we're going to be talking about in particular is this bit down here, which is accessing or selecting what they call the special outputs. So normally it's got 3 modes, which is talks about it, low, medium and high. Okay, and then we're going to talk about how to get into these other special modes down the bottom, which is you've got strobe, SOS, beacon high and beacon low. Excuse me. Specifications on the light. See there, dimensions, etc. And then you've got your output and your operating time. And as you can see, there's variations there depending on what light you're running. So okay, so you guys can pause that and have a look at that to your leisure. It's better than me talking about it. We'll just have a quick look at how the light comes packaged to you. Basically, very well presented. Open this up, and inside here we've got, of course, the light. Comes with 2 Duracell batteries, and there's a little bag in here which has got a few spare O-rings and other little bits and pieces for the light. We'll pull this one out. Now I haven't used this one at all, but I got the blue one, and you can see there. We'll compare it to its stablemate. Really nice colour. Okay, so we'll just put that one down there out of the way for a moment. Alright, where were we? We're going to talk about these modes. Probably the easiest way, I've done a bit of a terrible piece of artwork here which I'm going to throw in front of the camera. And that was my pointer. I recently acquired yet another K-bar Daisy Hunter in the orange. Really like that. So here's how it works. When you turn the light on initially, it comes on low mode, which is putting out your free lumens. If you soft click, it goes up to medium, which is 26 lumens. And in all our comparisons we're going to do it shortly with the Streamlight, that's the setting I'll be using, because as I say, that's 24 lumens there, or sorry, 26 lumens, and the Streamlight puts out 24, so that'll give us a fair comparison between the two lights. Where this one really goes off is if you go to high setting. This jumps up to a massive 120 lumens, but of course it burns a lot of battery time. If you want to get into down here these special modes, what you've got to do is you switch the light on, and in rapid succession, soft click it to medium, high, soft click again, low, medium, high, another soft click. There's a soft click on each of these points. That will then bring you into these special modes. The first one you get to is your strobe. If you soft click again, it moves you on to an SOS mode, which is a Morse. Soft click again, beacon high, which is basically a beacon and it's a high intensity light. Last is a beacon with a lower intensity light. If at the end of this one you soft click the button again, it will bring you all the way back to start. And should you wish to go back down to these modes, you would have to go through these 6 steps prior to getting to here. In practice it's simple, it works very well. It sounds complicated, it's not. Sometimes I tend to stutter on the button and I do actually get it a little bit wrong, but that's not a problem. So what we'll do, I might switch off one of the back lights here and we'll do a little bit of a light comparison on this thing. I'm not going to get a complete blackout on it just yet, just so I can see what I'm doing. And we'll just turn on, that's Preon 2 on our right there. Okay, strobe, SOS. That's our beacon high. And that's our beacon low. It's actually a really delicate press, that soft press. It's so easy to get it wrong. But as you see, the light's got quite a lot of features and functions, and if you're in an emergency or distress situation, those SOS or those beacons could be quite a useful thing to have. Okay, so just switch the lights out and we'll give these lights a test inside the shed here, see what they're like inside a room. First up we'll bring up the Streamlight Stylus Pro. I'm back probably about 2 to 3 metres from where we're working on that that desktop video. You can see that it lights up quite well. One of the things you'll notice with the Streamlight, it's more of a spot type light, or more of a concentrated light, but that's not doing too bad a job there at all. So I'll just turn that one off, and we'll bring up the 4Sevens light. It'll come on, of course, in the soft mode initially, and we'll bring it up to medium, and that's only within 2 lumens, so that's a fairly good comparison. One thing you'll notice is that the light's more spread. It gives you more area lighting, and I prefer that, but again, that depends on what you want to use the light for. If we click that up to the high setting, wow, as you can see, awesome amount of lighting capability there. What we're going to do is do a bit of a test outside. Now it's actually daytime, so what I'm going to do is roll a bit of footage in that I took a couple of nights ago from the back of the shed, but I'll just in the daylight show you the area that I'll be illuminating to give you a reference point. So we'll just go and do that now. Okay, so I just stepped outside the back of the shed there, and that's the area I'm going to be testing the torches on in that night shoot. It's around about 6 metres from where I'm standing to that shed, and that'll give you a bit of an idea of the area lighting capability of these lights. The other thing I do, and I think I might have only done it for 4Sevens on its highest setting, is a bit of spotlighting up in that gum tree, which is quite high. That's probably a distance of up into there, probably 20-25 metres, something like that. Alright, so I'll roll that footage in after some fancy transition here, and then we'll come back and we'll conclude this video. Okay, Streamlight Stylus Pro. That's just looking up the shed, and you can see there quite a definite spot of light, quite bright. You can see around quite well. Very much a cone of light with this particular light, but it does a heck of a job, lights up really well. So I'm just going to switch that one off now, and we're going to go to the 4Sevens light, and we'll show you the free settings on that, just on the same area. I have to give my voice, it's really cold out here tonight. Okay, that's on the low setting. It's on the medium setting, and you can see that's about the same brightness. The lumen level's pretty close, and again, a broader bit of light. So this is a good area light, and we'll come up to the full or maximum setting on it. Oops, no we won't, we'll turn it off. Low, medium, and high. Wow. Okay, that's a huge difference. The lighting capability on this thing is really quite amazing. I'll just give you an idea what it's like up onto a tree up there that we've got outside my place. I don't know if that shows up well, but definitely the 4Sevens, as you'd expect, it's a lot brighter, and also a broader beam, so a much better area light. So I hope that little comparison outside here has been useful. I'm going to get back in where it's warm. Okay, so in conclusion, both of these lights are excellent choices for you. You wouldn't go wrong with either one. Obviously the 4Sevens Preon 2 does bring a lot more capability and a lot more options. There is a price to be paid for that. The price I paid for the Preons 2, this is all US dollars, was $42.95. So that's for these ones here. The Streamlight Stylus Pro, you can pay, well, I think I paid $19.95. So you can actually buy 2 Streamlights and still have a little bit of change left over for the price you pay for one of the 4Sevens lights. So that's a value judgment for the individual person, which light they prefer and which features they need. If you just want a single one-mode light to serve your EDC needs, the Streamlight will absolutely, without doubt, fulfill your needs. If you're looking for a little bit more capability, or one of the big selling points for me is that extended battery life with the 4Sevens, if I use it only on low, I can expect to see around about 23 hours, and perhaps in a really dire emergency situation where perhaps you're trapped somewhere, who knows, that extended life of the flashlight might be something you'd like to have. What I do in my system is the 4Sevens light rides in my pocket, so that's the light I have on me at all times. And as mentioned, the Streamlight's like my backup light that lives in my little EDC kit. So, which light for you? That's really up to you to make the choice. But either way, you'll be happy with either of these lights. They're excellent, really good things. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry this video's gone on a little bit longer than it was meant to, but it was probably a little bit sort of all over the place too. Very hard review to do this one, but I hope you've maybe got something out of it. Bye for now.